Oh, hello, Jeremy. Hi, everyone on the panel. I find it repugnant the way King Charles continually demonstrates such lack of good judgment and poor character on a number of issues, but particularly with Harry and Meghan. I have no doubt in my mind that the eviction of Harry and Meghan from Frogmore Cottage is not a spontaneous thing. I'm sure it's been in the offing for a while, but this was an opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. One, payback for Harry's book, Spare, and two, to distract the public from King Charles's first political role over Brexit because of his meeting with the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. We can all see through this, but the fact that King Charles, as a father, decided that he's going to use his power and as king to take from Harry and Meghan a home bestowed upon them by the Queen, a home renovated at Meghan's cost, and knowing fully well the security issues around them, because this is their second home, and Meghan has had, death threats. The fact that he made the choice to do this shows a level of, I would say, pathetic pettiness and cruelty that is unworthy of a king. Okay. Charles continually places the royal family in such significant reputational risk. I find his character and judgment totally substandard.
Hey, squaddies. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you are watching from. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Daily Diaries Friday. I am your host, Mike. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a video. If you enjoy what you see, make sure you hit the like button, share it with your family and friends, and let me know your thoughts in the comments section because I love hearing from you. Stick around because today's video is going to be amazing. Let's get started. King Charles's treatment of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle reveals a deeply troubling pattern of familial dysfunction and royal hypocrisy. His calculated actions demonstrate a profound lack of compassion and leadership, systematically undermining his own son's dignity while simultaneously attempting to maintain a facade of regal propriety. The monarch's behavior betrays a cold, manipulative approach to family dynamics, where institutional preservation takes precedence over genuine emotional connection and unconditional parental love. By publicly marginalizing Harry and Meghan, Charles has not only damaged his familial relationships, but also exposed the archaic and toxic underpinnings of the British royal establishment, revealing a leadership style more concerned with maintaining archaic power structures than embracing modern, inclusive values of understanding and respect. King Charles's abysmal handling of his relationship with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle represents a shocking display of paternal failure and monarchical incompetence. His treatment of the couple can only be described as repugnant, demonstrating a profound lack of empathy and understanding that fundamentally undermines his credibility both as a father and as a monarch. The systematic marginalization and public humiliation of Harry and Meghan reveal a deeply flawed character, one that prioritizes institutional preservation over familial love and individual dignity. By consistently choosing institutional protocols and personal pride over familial compassion, King Charles has not only damaged his relationship with his son, but also exposed a substandard leadership approach that tarnishes the royal family's already fragile public image. King Charles's handling of the Frogmore Cottage situation epitomizes his increasingly questionable leadership, revealing a monarch more preoccupied with punitive measures than familial reconciliation. By abruptly evicting Prince Harry and Meghan from their Windsor residence, a property they had previously renovated at significant personal expense, Charles has demonstrated a stunning lack of empathy and strategic wisdom. This action not only appears vindictive, but also undermines the potential for healing the deep familial rifts that have so publicly damaged the monarchy's reputation. His decisions seem increasingly driven by a combination of institutional rigidity and personal resentment, suggesting that his capacity for compassionate leadership remains severely compromised. A critique echoed by public commentators like Dr. Shola, who has pointedly condemned the king's approach as fundamentally unbecoming of his royal station. The internal fractures within the British royal family have reached a critical point, with King Charles's handling of Prince Harry and Meghan's situation exposing profound systemic weaknesses in the monarchy's interpersonal dynamics. The repeated public tensions and apparent inability to reconcile have not merely created a personal rift, but have systematically eroded the carefully curated image of familial unity that has long been central to the royal institution's public perception. Each unresolved conflict and inflammatory statement further damages the monarchy's reputation, revealing a leadership that seems increasingly disconnected from modern expectations of compassion, understanding, and familial support. The once impenetrable facade of royal composure now appears fragile and antiquated, with the world watching as personal grievances threaten to unravel centuries of carefully maintained royal mystique. Public discourse surrounding King Charles has grown increasingly critical, with prominent commentators like Dr. Shola Shogbamimu vocally challenging his leadership and moral integrity. Her sharp critiques have highlighted what she perceives as a fundamental weakness in the monarch's character, particularly regarding his handling of family dynamics with Prince Harry and Meghan. The criticism extends beyond mere personal disagreements, suggesting a deeper systemic issue with Charles's judgment and ability to navigate complex familial and public relations. Dr. Shola's pointed remarks reflect a growing sentiment among some observers that the king's leadership represents a problematic approach to modern royal responsibilities, demonstrating a perceived inability to adapt to contemporary expectations of compassion, transparency, and familial support. Where Queen Elizabeth II masterfully navigated royal diplomacy with graceful restraint, King Charles III has proven markedly different, allowing personal family tensions to dramatically overshadow institutional dignity. Unlike his mother's legendary ability to maintain a composed public facade, Charles has seemingly permitted internal familial conflicts, particularly regarding Prince Harry and Meghan, to publicly unravel in unprecedented ways, revealing a leadership approach that stands in stark contrast to more respected monarchs who historically prioritized familial unity and institutional reputation. His handling of the Sussex relationship represents a significant departure from the Windsor tradition of quiet, strategic management of potential scandals, instead exposing a more impulsive and emotionally reactive royal leadership that threatens to undermine the carefully constructed image of royal stability cultivated over generations. The ongoing tensions within the British royal family threaten to fundamentally undermine the institution's long-standing public legitimacy, potentially signalling a critical turning point for the monarchy's future stability. As King Charles continues to mishandle the delicate dynamics with Prince Harry and Meghan, public perception increasingly questions the royal leadership's capacity for empathy, understanding, and modern governance. The persistent narrative of familial discord not only exposes deep-rooted interpersonal fractures, but also risks eroding the carefully cultivated image of royal unity and grace that has historically sustained public trust. With each unresolved conflict and perceived slight, the monarchy faces the real prospect of diminishing relevance as younger generations demand transparency, emotional intelligence, and accountability from their traditional institutions. King Charles's tenure as monarch has been marred by a profound dereliction of his most sacred duty, maintaining the dignity and moral integrity of the royal institution. By systematically marginalizing Prince Harry and Meghan, he has spectacularly failed to embody the fundamental expectations of leadership and familial compassion that the crown historically represents. His actions reveal a stark disconnect between the traditional royal responsibilities of unity, empathy, and familial support, and his own deeply flawed personal conduct. The monarch's treatment of his youngest son and daughter-in-law demonstrates a catastrophic breakdown of royal protocols, revealing a leader more concerned with preserving archaic institutional appearances than showing genuine familial care and understanding. In the wake of increasing public scrutiny, mounting pressure has emerged for King Charles to fundamentally reassess his approach to family dynamics and royal leadership. The monarch faces unprecedented demands to restore the monarchy's tarnished reputation, particularly regarding his treatment of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, which many view as a damaging departure from the institution's expected standards of compassion and unity. Voices like Dr. Shola's have forcefully articulated the widespread sentiment that the King's judgment represents a critical failure of leadership, challenging him to demonstrate the moral integrity expected of a head of state and a father. The continued tension not only undermines the royal family's public image but also threatens the very relevance of the monarchy in a modern, increasingly critical social landscape where transparency, empathy and accountability are no longer optional but essential. The ongoing media storm surrounding the royal rift continues to captivate public attention, with pundits and commentators dissecting every nuanced detail of the fractured relationship between King Charles and Prince Harry. Speculation runs rampant about the long-term implications for the monarchy, as each new revelation seems to deepen the divide and raise uncomfortable questions about familial loyalty, institutional protocols, and the personal dynamics at play within the royal household. While some media outlets continue to provide breathless coverage of each perceived slight and public statement, others are beginning to question the sustainability of such a public and painful familial dispute, wondering whether reconciliation remains possible or if the damage inflicted has become irreparable. The uncertainty looms large, casting a shadow over the traditional image of royal unity and suggesting that the consequences of this ongoing conflict could potentially reshape public perceptions of the British royal family for years to come. Thanks for watching, Squaddies. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Your support means the world and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, take care and stay awesome.